What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of, how should I describe, cope, seething, and lying from our boy Phil. That's right. If you didn't watch any content yesterday, you probably missed out that our boy exposed himself. That's right. May 1st burst exposed himself yet again by accidentally admitting that he paid for the PS Pro 5, that no one bought it for him, which of course is what Duty has said for the long time. Anytime Phil claims someone donates to something to him, it's bullshit. It is not true, folks. Trust me, it's not. But this video isn't about that. I'm going to create a separate video because your boy Duty has a lot to say. We're just going to focus on the topics at hand here. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 10th of November, 2024, the first of a 6-day streak of streaming days for me this week. I do not have any full days off this week in the middle like I did last week, but there will be a little bit of time off. I'll talk about that in a sec. Great streaming day. So I returned for a fun week of great variety. Just listen. This week, we're going to have likely a concluding playthrough. We're going to have 2 new playthroughs starting up. We got a brand new politics show. We got all kinds of fun stuff happening. I am incredibly excited for this week. It's going to be a good one. And I discussed all of that in detail on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast. So if you didn't see the podcast yet, I strongly recommend you check it out on this channel. One of the major topics that was discussed.
Okay, so you don't have to check it out on his channel. As you guys know, the Detractors have all of the deets. So if you're interested, definitely come to my channel and check it out. So your boy Duty is here to fill in what actually happened. So yes, DSP Politics is on the menu, as you can see from the background. Phil's new slogan is going to be "Make Begging Great Again." That's right. And as I stated before, I'm very excited for DS Politics. I mean, first of all, Phil, you screwed up the name. DS Politics, really? You should have just. I mean, this guy's horrible with names. He comes up with the stupidest names for everything. He should have just called it DSP Politics. But of course, no, Phil's too just regarded to even spend 20 minutes to think of a good fucking title. No, he rather do shit like this. He'd rather have someone kind of impose his face on a Donald Trump poster and just put that out again. So fucking lazy. Anyway, but yes, your boy Duty is excited for DSP Politics. That is just going to be a landmine of content for your boy. And like I said, if you watch any of Phil's content yesterday, like I stated in the intro, it was cope, seething, and lying. Our boy was coping hard yesterday. I'm not sure what happened. I think maybe Cat may have insulted him. Maybe Cat hurt his pride. Maybe Cat called him a lolcow, and that upset him because lolcow was the word of the day. Apparently, Phil had to spend 45 minutes of his podcast trying to convince people that he is not a lolcow. That's right. That's how you do it. That's how you convince people you're not a lolcow, by demanding and telling them that you're not a lolcow. It's kind of like a king who has to tell people he is king is not a king. It's pretty sad and pathetic. But anyway, our boy Phil went on a really cope session yesterday. It was very fun, and apparently he decided to turn his eye on Duty and attack me. It was so bad. The cope was so bad that Phil actually tried to tell people that your boy Duty's an e-beggar, that I beg on my streams. Ain't that some shit? Anyone in my community knows that your boy Duty has never begged for a single thing. Never begged for a single thing. He puts content out there, and if people want to support him, hey man, cool. Even when I was monetized, I used to tell everyone, hey, don't worry about supporting me. It's all good. I get ad revenue. Remember, Phil, remember that analytics video that I posted showing my ad revenue and showing you and showing your viewers that, look, brother, Phil can make a living off of ad revenue if he put a little bit of effort into his content and actually got some views, right? But anyway, yeah, it was just cope and seethe. If you didn't watch the videos, definitely check it out. Oh, it was great. And of course, the biggest cope was him trying to explain away his lie, where he exposed himself yet again and told the truth that he actually purchased the PS5 Pro. Everyone knew it. But of course, Phil, he's so lazy. And see, Phil, I see, again, this is Duty giving Phil advice. Stop lying. And if you're not gonna lie, dude, you should get like an app or a notepad and write your lies down. so that you can remember. Because when you lie, the problem with lying is just remembering all your lies. And you're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck up, and you're going to slip up and tell the truth. And then you have to spend the next couple of days trying to clean it up to convince people that we didn't hear what you said. And that's Phil's argument now. The detractors misquoted him. Okay, Phil. But anyway, I got a separate video that's going to talk about that. I have some clips, and your boy Duty's going to bring receipts to actually show what Phil actually said. But that'll be in the next video, folks. It's just going to be great. But yeah, Sunday's show was pretty popping, man. The podcast was just full of just tasty content. And that's right, Phil has declared himself to no longer be a lolcow, folks. He is no longer a lolcow. Okay, Phil, you keep saying that. But yesterday, I think I ended up getting like 40,000 views on like 4 videos, brother. So, yeah, if you're not a lolcow, I don't know what a lolcow is. Anyway, let's keep going.
Discussed on the show my overall thoughts on if I think the PS5 Pro is worth the price tag or not. What I did is I actually did a highlight clip that I broke out. I want to say it's under 10 minutes long. And it basically discusses the pros, cons, and my overall thoughts and if I think it's worth it. And I'm going to make that a video overnight. So for those who don't want to watch all the coverage and don't want to watch all kinds of stuff, you just want to watch that, you can. But, I mean, I made a lot of coverage of it back on Friday if you want to check that out as well. And thanks to those who did. Then on the first stream, we jumped into more Life is Strange Double Exposure. I thought I might beat it today, but this game is way longer than I was led to believe. Basically, we finished all of Chapter 4, we beat all of Chapter 3, started Chapter 4. The plot, once again, went crazy, over the top, interesting, but also had some cringe today. And I'm sad to say, I feel like the game, if it didn't have this 35 minutes of cringe that they put in there with, like, Max is, like, basically drinking and flirting with people at a bar, and it has nothing, honestly, to do with the story. It's put in there. They definitely wanted to have a segment that they're like, oh, everyone's, liberal, and everyone's bi, and everyone wants to mac it to each other. And it really felt like that. Like, every character somehow likes another character and is talking about smash or pass and stuff. It's like, what? What is this doing in this game where people are dying and there's supernatural powers? We got to talk about this stuff. It is out of place, but you can tell they wanted to wedge it in. But overall, I still really liked the game. By the time that the stream had ended, I really liked where the story had gone. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it all ended. There was another huge twist today that I wasn't expecting. So I'm curious to see how it all ends when we play it again. I said, well, when are we playing it again? I actually don't know, because I had already kind of scheduled my whole streaming week, and now we need another stream to beat it. So we'll talk about that later in the week. Perhaps it'll be like the daytime stream on like Thursday or Friday or something like that. Okay? And
Alrighty, so I'm gonna title this segment "Ooh, Ew, Sex." Because apparently, I don't know what it is with Phil. Ever since Kat came into the picture, he's just become this neutered mutt, where any sex or any affection or whatever, it just turns him off. I'm guessing Kat doesn't enjoy it. Kat's probably very, what's the word? She's very frigid, yeah, I guess that's a term, where she just doesn't like being touched. To her, sex is ugh. And of course, Phil has to accommodate her, and kind of go with the flow. So apparently, something happened. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know. This is just my opinion, but I'm guessing that Kat may have caught Phil, bursting again, and she had a meltdown. I'm thinking that's what happened. She had a meltdown. She caught him bursting again, and of course, Kat probably doesn't enjoy, having the sexy time. And Phil had the promise that he would never, ever, 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 ever do that again. So, of course, to control himself, he has to just put away all sexual, videos, no prawn, no nothing. Even his video games have to be sterile because he's just going to be tempted to fap again. So he completely wipes it out of his whole existence. I'm guessing that's what it is. It's just your boy Duty guessing, but it's really odd. But the take right here that I want you to I want you to pay attention to is he has a problem with homosexual relationships or bisexual relationships. You guys know Duty. I'm not big on the whole DEI stuff. I don't like when people interject politics or modern day issues into games or movies that don't fit. But again, I understand why they do it. I understand that they're trying to target a specific marketing. It's not for me, but whatever. I just ignore it. I mean, I don't let myself get all butthurt over it. I just move the fuck on. I just don't pay attention to it and move the fuck on, right? This little take of yours here, Phil, which you went into a 30-minute rant yesterday talking about bisexuality, homosexuality, that kind of take is what's going to get your ass in trouble doing your DS politics, because you're going to come off one day, you're going to start talking like this. One of the detractors, probably Duty, is going to clip it, post it, and that shit is going to fucking fly like wildfire, bro. It is. Because you got about 10,000 detractors in the vortex that follow you and post shit and have a critical eye on you and are just waiting for you to just say something regarded or say something controversial, right? And again, we're detractors, Phil. We're not here to make you look good. I'm sorry, brother. We're just not. We're here to highlight when you say something dumb and post it. That's the honest truth, Phil. Your boy Duty's being truthful here. So shit like this is just what's gonna get your ass in fucking trouble. And you think because you're on Kick, you're gonna be able to get away with it? Okay, Phil, just like all of the negative shit you said. Remember, Phil, when you were on Twitch, remember when you said that your detractors took clips of your racist moments or whatever that were on YouTube and various platforms, and they stitched together in the video and they sent it to someone on Twitch, and that's why Twitch departed you, and that's why Streamlabs and Stream Elements did the same thing, and Teesprings. Do you really think, Phil, that you're going to be safe on Kick because Kick doesn't give a shit? Again, I warned you, Phil. Read the terms of service of YouTube. YouTube will hold you accountable for off-site shit. Like I said, if you go around posting shit like, your tweets or whatever, your controversial tweets, and that shit gets reported to YouTube and someone reads it on YouTube, they can demonetize you. Again, I give the example of Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect is one of the biggest streamers out there. He got kicked off out of Twitch for undisclosed shit that happened 4 or 5 years ago. It finally came out like 4 or 5 years later, and what happened? He lost his monetization on YouTube. So if you don't think it won't happen to you, Phil, think again. Again, this is why your boy Duty is excited for DSP Politics, because every week or however many times you're gonna do this, it's just gonna be a shit show, because there's gonna be one fucking night that's just gonna be so fucking epic, and then you're gonna spend the next week or two trying to clean up your bullshit, and it'll just add to the lore. It'll be another segment where you have to bring it up every fucking couple weeks that someone hurt you. Side scrollers, Stutter and Craig, Duty, Memeology, whoever the fuck, Secret Limited. The list of folks that apparently Phil loves to blame for all of his problems in the world, and that's what's just gonna happen. So I look forward to this. So let's see what else Phil had to say.
Anyway, so that was a great stream. And then on the late stream tonight, it was more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Essentially, all I did tonight is I completed the daily challenges that I could. I couldn't do all of them because one of them, oddly enough, was destroy 5 score streaks. And I'm like, score streaks? Well, score streaks are turrets. No one uses those. RCXDs, insanely rare and very hard to destroy, right? Like, you're thinking in your head, what could you destroy? The only thing you can destroy is maybe the UAV, and even that's not used as often in this game. And I was like, well, the other part of it was I wanted to level up a handgun. And to do that, I can't have a secondary that's a rocket launcher to take out the UAV. So basically, I kind of didn't do all the challenges tonight. I didn't really care. Spent all night using this handgun. It's the GS, whatever it's called. And I got it up to level 23. I need to get it to 31 in order to get it akimbo. So next stream, I'll probably get it akimbo, do some akimbo gameplay, and then move on to something else. Maybe sniping or something else. But that's the good thing about a good Call of Duty, is that there's so many ways to play it and so much to unlock that there's always something to do. You never really get bored or stagnant, and I like that about this game. And it was a great time. And we'll just say all day long, support, great. We hit the goals again all day long. I believe we're now up to 58 straight streams. It's either 58 or 59. I'm trying to remember. I think I might have accidentally miscounted. You know what I'll do? I will check the videos, because I think we were supposed to be hitting 58 and we did. but then I accidentally upped it to 59 as well. I'll double check that. I'll check the video and see if I miscalculated. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the night we were at 57, so we should be at 58. But anyway, we did it again. Hit all the goals. Had a great time. Thank you all. All right. Now tomorrow, Monday, is a little bit of a different day for 2 reasons.
All right, so yeah, support. Where are they? He's been struggling. You have to remember, folks, that yeah, he's hitting the $150 goal, but that now includes memberships, super chats, kick subscribers, tips, everything. It includes everything, and he's barely getting the 150. And this has been going on for a couple weeks. I'm actually going to do an analysis and do a comparison of where he was back before the Kino, Renaissance, and show this is where Phil was, and then this is the bump he got for the last 2.5 months, and then show where he is at, where he's now. And I'm telling you, for the last couple weeks, he has been in a worse position than he was prior to the Kino Casino Renaissance, because he's barely cracking. Like, he's struggling to get to that $150. And when I used to do support, right, I used to just show tips and super chats. That's it. I didn't include memberships. I didn't include ad revenue. None of that stuff. Phil's including everything except for ad revenue, but Phil's including everything. And he's struggling, man. He really is. I mean, ever since a few of the Kino folks that were supporting kind of bounced, like Suffer Horse, Void, and a few of them that were really dropping serious cash on Phil. I mean, all he has now is Ren. He's relying on Ren, Dark Side Pimp, and one other dent. That's who he, and I think Chef Sakai, support it. But yeah, he's struggling to hit them goals. And I'm gonna do an analysis. I'll probably pump it out next week to kind of show like, hey, this is where he was, this is the Renaissance, and this is where he's at now. And it doesn't look good for our boy Phil. I mean, it looks like he really squandered his opportunity with the whole Renaissance thing. And just like everyone said that was going to happen, after a little bit of support, it's eventually going to die down. I mean, he's trying to compare this new dent streak to the vest streak, where he's trying to hit 276, goal. But the vest streak was just $100 in tips. It didn't count super chats. It didn't count memberships or whatever. It was simply just tip support. And he hit $100 goal every stream for 276 streams. This is everything, and he's barely struggling to get to the 150. So anyway, that's it, folks. Sorry it ran a little long, but there should be some bumping content coming up soon, especially from DSP Politics. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.